Baba Yaga. Somewhere in Russia, a man lived with his daughter. When the man's wife died, he married another woman who was very mean to the girl, scolding her for no good reason and not giving her enough to eat. One day, the new stepmother hatched a plan to get rid of the little girl once and for all. "Daughter, go to my grandmother's house and ask her for a needle and thread so I may make you a new dress." The girl, being very smart, knew that the grandmother was a witch named Baba Yaga, who ate little children. It was a trap. She set out on her way, but instead of going to Baba Yaga's house, she went to visit her aunt, her father's sister. "Oh, Auntie, my mother has sent me to the witch Baba Yaga's house for a needle and thread. What shall I do? My poor girl, how I wish I could help you. I will give you a hint. Be kind to everyone. Help the weakest, and you will in turn find help from others." With those words of advice, the aunt sent the girl on her way with some fresh milk, a big slice of ham, and some cookies. It was all she could do. Later that day, the girl came upon a very curious house. It had chicken legs and a fence made of old bones. "Hello, dearie. Have you come for the needle and thread? Come up, come up. I feel the Russian spirit in you, child. I'll get you your needle and thread, but in the meantime, come and weave a while, won't you?" With that, the witch left. The girl plopped down on the floor of the strange house and started to cry, when suddenly she heard a small voice. "Do not cry. Give us something to eat, and we will help you escape from Baba Yaga." The cookies. The girl found them in her bag and gave some to the mice. "Go find the black cat. If you give her that piece of ham, and she will help you." The girl went out into the yard and found a skinny black cat lying in the sun. She gave her some ham and petted her malted black fur. "Oh, please, black cat, will you help me get away from here? Take this towel and this comb and run away as fast as you can. When you hear Baba Yaga running after you, throw down the towel and hit it, and it will become a raging river. If the river doesn't stop her, throw down the comb, and a dark forest will appear." That night, the girl lay on a pile of straw in a dark corner of the hut. She slept with one eye open, worried lest the witch tried to gobble her up in the night. In the morning, the witch went out to gather water from the well. She intended to give the girl a bath to get the dirt off before she ate her for breakfast. The girl knew she must try to escape at that moment. At first, she was pursued by Baba Yaga's 2 dogs, but she threw them the rest of her cookies and they let her pass. She swung open the bony gate, which under normal circumstances would have banged loudly, alerting the witch. But she poured oil on its hinges, and so it was silent. As she ran past the large birch tree in the yard, she used a beautiful silk ribbon to tie back the branches, which under normal circumstances she would have poked her in the eye. When the witch arrived back home with the bathwater, she was livid to see that the girl had escaped. "You knucklehead! How could you have let her go? As long as I have lived in your house, you've never given me a scrap to eat, and she gave me ham. As long as we've lived in your house, as long as we've lived in your yard, you've never so much as given us a burnt crust, but she gave us cookies. As long as I've guarded your house, you've never poured even a drop of water on my hinges. She gave me oil. As long as I've lived in your yard, you've never tied a single thread around me, but she gave me this silk ribbon." The witch took off after the girl in her mortar and pestle. She would have to deal with these ungrateful wretches later. The girl put her ear to the ground and heard that the witch was pursuing her, and so she threw down the towel that the cat had given her. And in an instant, a wide raging river appeared. When Baba Yaga came to the river, she was forced to hop along the riverbank to find a shallow area at which to cross. After a short time, the girl again heard the thumping of the witch's mortar on the ground, and so she threw down the comb the cat had given her, and within a second, a dense, snarly forest grew up. The witch came across the forest soon thereafter, and no matter how she tried, she could not cross it. "Oh, no!" The girl ran away. The girl ran all day and was filled with joy when the mountains and trees began to look familiar. She found her father chopping wood in the small glen by their house. He was astonished to see his daughter. "Oh, daughter, where have you been?" "Mother asked me to go to her grandmother's house to get a needle and thread, but Baba Yaga is a witch, and she tried to eat me. Oh, Dad, I'm so happy to see you." The girl told her father the entire story of what happened. The father sent away the cruel stepmother, and he and his daughter were well. End.